Alright, this is the fourth video for writing names for ionic and polyatomic compounds. Here we're not going to look at some examples. We're just going to focus on this particular periodic table that has the charges written on it. When you're writing names for these things, you have to check to see if the metal can have multiple charges or not, because that will either reduce your work or increase your work, and when you're trying to figure out the final answer, the name. If the element, the metal, doesn't have multiple charges, four of the 5 steps you don't even have to do. If the metal does have multiple charges, then you have to almost do all of the steps, pretty much. And there would be a very rare case where you wouldn't have to do all of them. So what you're supposed to do is look at this chart, and if you're given lithium, for example, it has a charge of +1. That's the only charge that it gets. So lithium, you would just write the name lithium. You wouldn't need Roman numerals, and you wouldn't have to do anything else in this particular example. If we're talking about something like iron, cobalt, or a lot of these other elements that are found in the middle of the periodic table here that do get multiple charges, then you're going to have to do other steps. So when you're looking to write the name and trying to decide if you have to do the remaining steps and write Roman numerals, look to see if it has multiple charges on this particular sheet. If it does, then you got to reverse the crisscross, identify the charges, and see if the charge in the nonmetal is correct, and go from there. If it's on the right hand side in group 1 or group 2, and even some of these elements like yttrium, zirconium, hafnium, zinc, cadmium here, and some other elements that only get 1 charge in the middle, then those two you wouldn't have to do the remaining steps. So again, identify if the element, the metal, gets multiple charges or not. That's something that you really have to be thinking about when you're writing names for these guys.